Hello again, Fresh Fruit Portal friends. We're still here at the Global Grape Convention, and I am here with Daniel Ho. He's the co-owner and the commercial director of Shanghai Topsun Fresh. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you, Sandra.
We grabbed you right as you stepped off the stage here at the Global Grape Convention, and there were some very interesting things you said about the Asian market and table grapes. So, for starters, what is the profile? Who is the Asian consumer of table grapes? What are they looking for? Tell me a little bit about this person, this consumer.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of a very interesting question. First of all, as I said, Asia or China was such a big area, and there's so diversified consumers. I think all the imported, fruit, from the Southern Hemisphere specifically, we are targeting to the high-end or top-end consumers.
Right.
So who are they? They're actually, from our experience, they are basically the decision makers for the families. They're the young generations. They are the office, people. So what they are looking for actually was definitely the different experience.
Right.
That means flavor, a little bit high breaks, low acidity. Cleaner flavor, no astringency,
right.
But definitely they are looking for fresh fruit, seasonal fresh fruit. That means they have to be, with the green stems, with good bloom. Yeah, all this kind of, it's a package of characteristics that everything that can make them, happy with different experience.
Right. You put a lot of emphasis into the freshness aspect of things. You were looking at table grapes from South Africa and Australia and Chile and Peru, and I'm wondering how does that play out? Because I was really struck by what you said about, for instance, like Australian table grapes sometimes could take a lot of time to get to China. And that is like surprising because Australia is like right there. So in that regard, how are destinations or producers in Peru and Chile, how are they leveraging or basically taking the advantage of having a more direct route maybe?
But definitely I think that, all these varieties growing in this Mediterranean region actually have the potential to travel long distance or with a longer transit.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you need to think about what the market wants, and also you work on that. Something different I think Australian growers was doing is they know exactly what the market wants.
Yeah.
So they are very focused on the post-harvest.
Yeah.
So for example, they pick the fruit in the field and put in the boxes, and then they do the pre-cooling right away.
Right.
But here, most of the growers, I think, work in a way that for the other markets, and they try to pack everything in the packing houses, and then they try to palletizing the whole boxes, and then try to put in the cool room.
Right.
So in that way, definitely you lose the best chance to keep the freshness of the
There's
grapes.
a lot of room for improvement also,
Exactly.
like a lot of opportunity for producers here in Chile as well.
Actually, it was not that difficult. We've worked with the great grower partners here, and finally, you know what? They really like it because end of the day they say, okay, this is not that difficult, and this is cheaper. That's very important. More than that is that's better for fruit. So one bunch of table grapes in that way was handled just one time. Right. So you make the condition of fruit in a perfect situation.
Right. We were talking before about transit times, but that is like maritime transit times.
Yeah.
You guys at Shanghai Topsun Fresh, you're also betting on air freight.
Yes.
Like, how is that working out for you? And in terms of what we were talking about, the freshness of the fruit, which is basically the value of it.
Yeah, because I think because our target customer asking for that.
Yeah.
At the moment, this is the best solutions, but it's expensive. But this is the way that we can make it.
And consumers are paying for
pay
it.
about that. Yeah, they would like to pay that because of that's fresh. We were selling those kind of fruits, shipped by air. We were selling sometimes 3 times more expensive than the same variety in the market. But people would like to pay that because they get good experience.
Yeah, the experience is worth it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's the message.
Daniel, the Asian market, especially China, has grown incredibly in the last, let's say, 10 years.
Yes.
China is the biggest producer, biggest consumers in Asia, the biggest exporters. What has, it's a big question, but if you had to summarize it a little bit, what has changed, what has driven this amazing expansion in the Asian market?
I would say China market like Asia or specific China, I think is the market changing maybe much faster than any other market. So consumer always looking for something new. So it was a lot of volume at the moment, but things were changed in a very fast way. For example, we've seen that the acreage for table grapes dropped around 15% this year.
Right.
I think it will keep continue.
And production has gone up, hasn't it?
No, they decreased.
Okay.
Because of the business is not that good as before. Yeah, but so they grow up fast, but also I think drop fast.
Oh, okay.
At the same time, I think the new breeding programs like Bloom Fresh, like Sour, like Ara, all these companies bring some new varieties to China. I think that will be the future for the local production. Amazing. So we can increase the diversity of the grapes pipelines.
Amazing. Daniel, thank you so much for being here with us. It was a great presentation. Congratulations. We're going to stay here at the Global Grape Convention 2026. Stay tuned for more.
Thank you.